Hi, this is Darryl Johnson, y'all. Ride the wind. How are you? I'm sorry I've been gone for a little while again. Um, there is an amount of information that's being pumped into humanity, into society, be it mainstream, be it YouTube, be it whatever the case may be, even the science feeds, that is a lot of disreality. And I've tried to do a few reports and get out that day. Really don't feel like doing it because despite what other channels feel, there is a lot of obligation here and a lot of responsibility to try and come as close to a truth that we possibly can. Do I hold those truths? No, no. What I've really tried to do is set an example that as a unified collective, we could have reached these truths together. Which leads me into let's get this one out of the way, and then what I'm going to do is a planet video, right? But I want to talk about the coronavirus, and if you notice, I've not posted anything about it. I don't. The only thing I've posted is numbers from the World Health Organization, the CDC, and a couple other information spots. And this was actually a month ago, showing that the numbers don't match. That's all I know. But society took it upon themselves, despite the declaration of what they call here national emergency, that we are as much a part of causing this world panic than the mainstream is. Because what a lot of people have done is take any type of information, anything they can get, and post it on whatever media platform they have a fancy to, without checking that information, without realizing, perhaps, or realizing that they were pushing a panic button by giving this whole thing oxygen. We proved ourselves, speaking through a perspective of our species and humanity, as total 100% can't deal with a panic. Okay, we proved that. A virus, okay, look what it's caused. And again, furthered by anybody who wants to hop on a bandwagon and post YouTube videos all day long about, well, let me put it this way, from a platform of also that furthers disinformation. Google and YouTube really work hand in hand, unless you know how to discern, unless you know how to get 3 PhDs that agree with each other or agree with your thesis. Point being is nobody should have got involved with it. Okay, just let it die. Just let it die. And I know there are people, and I'm not belittling that part. There's something out there, and I believe, like I think I've stated before, it's a bioterroristic pathogen. The world is covered in dead animals by the trillions. Our waterways are filled with dead animals. Has anybody factored that in? Has anybody factored in the crap that's coming through our magnetosphere from other planets which have water on them, which hold life? The extraterrestrial angle, I guess I'll hit on that one. But the furthering of their agenda is what we're mainly responsible. We pushed ourselves into our own panic. Our brothers and sisters, most of them, pushed us into this panic by just posting reports that don't even match up, and they can't see that they don't match up, and couldn't see at the time that they were posting them. All they were doing is furthering an agenda. All they were doing is pushing humanity to a further point of proving that we cannot handle a catastrophic event or even a panic, a virus panic. We blew it. We failed this test with the biggest F you can make. I would say an F minus. We have failed here by believing and not looking at the numbers and just keeping your opinions to yourself. Let it die. Don't let them, don't further their agenda. Don't give it oxygen. Don't let it breathe. Well, we did exactly that. Let me push it to the point where people are now cleaning out stores. I just watched the national emergency declaration while the stocks surge. Come on. Really? Really? The day, well, they declared it a pandemic last week, right? That took it to another level. As Hunan cases go down, okay? Um, Pandemic last week by the World Health Organization, and now declaring a state of emergency. And we've blown it. Like I said, I think what should make us most ashamed as a humanity, as a collective species, is how we've handled this. Like total blithering idiots. I'm not saying that to you, my 144s, because you saw through it all the way. And I'm not insulting people out there either. I'm trying to get you to see what you're furthering. You're playing right into their game. The bottom line is right above our heads. And it's called a dragon. The plants aren't that big a problem. The dragon is the problem. Okay? The dragon is what they can't figure out what to do with. Biblical plague is going on here. Things that were prophesied thousands of years ago. And we don't look at the other options that, there's 1 billion dead animals that haven't been cleaned up in Australia. That's just Australia. Around the world, it goes into the trillions. And again, waterways that are filled with dead fish. Whales that are beaching themselves because they can't drive anymore because there's no magnetic clarity for them to actually be able to navigate. This is an issue. Okay? But again, furthering the agenda. So instead of pushing unity and telling everybody else to be calm, relax, what did we do? What did most people do? Well, let me see how many Corona freaking YouTube videos I can post up, or how many YouTube videos I can watch to try and learn what reality is. I hate YouTube. Did you hear me? Okay? I use it as a platform to put out information. And am I part of any community? No, because there is no community in the YouTube platform. It is a platform, for the most part, of disinformation by people who don't know what libraries are, or people with a lower education and feel that they can get their answers and come to me and debate me with a YouTube video. Whereas in college, I would have been thrown out of the classroom if I'd have handed one of my professors a YouTube video as empirical data. I'd have been laughed out of college. This is disheartening. When again, the message should have been calm down. Don't keep pushing the panic buttons. Don't keep pushing them. But no, every fear-mongering channel and every fear-mongering individual out there in our country pushed those buttons to take it to this level. Now, why would our economy surge on the day we declare a state of emergency? Why would our stocks thrive on a day that national emergency is declared? It doesn't make sense at all. I won't get into my views, but it's probably them thinking about the back end when things switch over to New World Order, and that's what they're pushing for. That I'll debate all day long without any citations. If you cannot see this coming, then you may be at the wrong place. Okay? If you do not see that we are one step, one day, one news report away from martial law, and that you can feel confident in the fact that you are a cause of it by posting up your crap and believing YouTube videos as opposed to getting into a library and researching your own information, going to the CDC, going to the military website and seeing what they're doing, seeing what their marching orders are. And you feel that you can do that by just in one YouTube video without going to just a couple of things I use to verify my information, then you are clueless as far as what's going on in humanity. Okay? And you furthered their agenda. And great job. Because again, we have proven ourselves to not even be able to handle a virus scare. Now, here's what's really weird, too. No masks. Food's running out. No toilet paper, right? Trump, just said in this word for word right here. We've done a great job. Okay, we had Gates 4 years ago. 4 years ago, Gates was holding his handfuls of vials, talking about that this was going to happen. Okay, now we reached that level. We don't have enough masks. We don't have enough tests. They were ready. They were telling us to get ready 4 years ago, and they weren't ready themselves. Seriously? And now I've got to watch Trump up there saying, we've done a good job? Really? Okay. What was that? My mom was telling me there was a basketball game on the other night that was stopped. This is on TV. They showed this on TV being stopped due to the coronavirus. So millions and millions of people saw that happen. Do you not think that that put the fear of God in a lot of people's souls that didn't need to be there? Man, really? And this all could have been avoided, by unity, by our government being honest with us about what's actually happening here and disclosing it, not all at once because society couldn't handle that also, and I don't even know if they could handle what I'm about to say, but disclosing this on different levels without lying, with kind of being truthful, that we got things floating around out there, okay? There's a latest Soho satellite pic, and I'm transcending into planets, but a Soho pic, I just want to make the correlation between the two, that this is not about a virus, y'all. What they're doing, they're testing us. We just got tested and we failed. But there's a new SETI cam, I think it's SETI or Soho, could be Core, where it shows a very big object on the other side of our sun. Those of you who are on my Facebook page, you got a real good look at that object. It's right behind the sun. And it's massive. It's 20 times the size of the sun. I said 10, now it's 20. Okay? So that could have been avoided. Unity could have been pushed throughout this whole thing. I saw another brief article in my newsfeed about the Trump administration struggles to unite the nation. Unite the nation, excuse me. Well, how does that work when you air a basketball game and kill it before it even starts and let millions and millions of people see it? How does that work when you're taking the numbers and you're boosting them, taking, Bob, just take the numbers times 2 and put that out today. Next day, Bob, just take the numbers times 2 and put it out today. How does an administration or our leaders expect unity or a lax in panic by using this methodology? And how is it our society is at the level of ignorance that they're taking a bite of everything that comes out? I won't comment whether this thing is real or not. I believe it is. I believe there's something out there. But again, I think it plays into what's going on in our world and trillions of dead carcasses, the things that are coming through our atmosphere, etc. Just a lot of different factors. Or it could be they can't figure out what, and they're just groping, It's all very scary to me. And my next video, I'm just wanting to get this one out of the way real quick. My next video is going to talk about me taking a break and getting away from this because there is such a barrage right now of disinformation. I can't keep up with researching it, getting all my answers, and then pulling down research the next day that doesn't match the previous day. That wouldn't be right. I can't get on and give you information which I consider, I've done my research on, I've got the PhDs to a packet, etc. And the next day, everything flips. That's not me. That's their campaign of distraction. That's their campaign of causing mass panic. That's their campaign, as per Anthony Thatch, PhD, physicist scholar, MIT math scholar. Okay, CERN, CERN genius as far as explaining it. I put up or gave out information about the way that they can shoot brain patterns into our brains, the thought pattern of a suicidal, homicidal, or just a depressed person directly into your brain. It's not proven. I gave those citations. That's MIT. That's you can look at the old military reports, and you can look this up. They've been using this technology for quite a while. Well, that same technology can be used in reverse also, as for again Dr. Anthony Thatch. It can be used to gather the thoughts that are in our head. They take those thoughts or our reaction to this Jade Helm, Gotham Shield, and they plug them into a quantum D-Wave computer and calculate the next step in their end game plan. Well, we just gave them a bunch of data, and we're still giving them a bunch of data to be able to process at how we, as a society, as a humanity, as a species, do not know how to handle these events. They're being handled with ignorance and believing anything. Now we stand on the edge of martial law because that's the only next thing they can pull out. Now, what they want, or what I think they want, is to have their thumb on humanity, being they're going around the world closing other countries. What country gets closed next when all the other countries are closed? Any guesses on that one? Any? Okay. So it's in the works, and it will tie right into the virus. But the end game, the main point of doing this, is to have a harness on humanity, which apparently it needs to have. Isn't that the strange dichotomy of my message here? Is to put a thumb and control on humanity while this begins to happen. And it's already begun because I'm shooting them right outside my window. I don't know about you guys. I don't even need to get on cams anymore. And that's what I've been busy doing, is just gathering my own eyesight data on what's going on. I don't watch YouTube videos. I don't take my information from YouTube videos. Yeah, I'll look at a scope on a YouTube channel. I'll look at that. But do I listen to what they're saying? Hell no, I don't. Not if they don't got some type of citation backing them up. No, I don't. No. You will not find me on Planet channels. You won't. I don't do it. Okay? I create my reality, and the reality they impart onto you, I create it through my visual views on my cams. I've got the data to back it up with those, and I match it up with what's loosely reported in our mainstream media through the science feeds. But I just wanted to, I think this is more not to my 144s, because you know and you understand all this. This is more to anybody else who sees this video and what you've done and caused. Be proud of yourselves. Thanks for working with them. You know, thanks for getting out there and providing solace to people and providing unification and battling against a panic. Thanks. Where what you really did is you furthered their panic. You played right into their game. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. Just now look at our world. And we stand on the edge of darkness. Not even knowing. Society doesn't even really know what the main problem is here. And if you don't understand that the main problem to humanity is Ison, the dragon, if you don't understand, and then all the rest of this doesn't even come close, and you don't understand that dragon is top of their agenda also, if you don't understand that, you don't understand that impeachment and all this was games, which has been a non-stop game since they started popping through like I said they were. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to say to you, except you've embarrassed us as a society. You've caused panic that has resulted or will result into more people getting infected or getting hurt or whatever the case may be. If you're going to play scientist in a scientist's world, then at least play by the game or the rules of science. Or don't play at all. Take your toys and go home. You have no right. Any of you channels also who are out there and have pumped up the volume on this whole situation, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And if I could come and visit you, each and every one personally, if I was in that type of shape, I would. Guarantee you I would. Thank you, you 144s, my new subs. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for talking to me. You made a man who is alone not feel so alone. And I'll never be able to repay back or repay what you've done for me. Anything I can do for you, I'm here to do it. I'll still be available, but again, I'm looking at shutting down for at least 30 days so I can back up, get to point zero, reevaluate, start doing the scientific papers that I used to, and bringing you information that's damn 100% more correct than at least what we're buying through mainstream or we're buying through the YouTube disinformation platform. I have to get back to that point because I owe it to you as my subs, and I promised it. But I also promised I'm not going to go away. Will I keep up my Facebook postings in the meantime? I haven't figured that out because that'll still keep one leg in this disinformation. Also, when I'm pulling out of the sky, again, I have to get back to a point of zero. I have to start from square one again. You know, trying as I've been for the past months, trying to relearn history, trying to relearn all the things that we've been lied about because they knew about this. They knew it was all coming out. They've known for decades, and this could have, instead of this causing panic across our globe, this could have caused unification. Instead of causing wars with the books, it could have caused peace. Instead of causing hate, it could have caused love. I think that's all I have to say on that one. Be careful about the next thing that will come down the pipeline. Okay? Because we're being tested, and thus far we are failing. So get out there. Do what we are here for. Again, it's not about ourselves. It is about helping one another. The screaming, the fighting, the not caring for one another has to stop, or we won't make it through this. If we don't start using discernment on the crap that we're seeing through mainstream media, even the science feeds, if you don't have the intelligence to go and compare notes and to find the right answer, and then we're lost. You, as a society, you 144s already do that, need to create your own news out of reality, not out of this reality that is being fed to us. Because you are going to wipe out our species. You're going to stop this battle before it even begins. They have gathered so much data through this little soiree, through Jade Helm, through Gotham Shield, than they ever needed to know how humanity will respond to a true catastrophe. They know what we're going to do before we even do it. And thanks for letting them know that. That's about all I got. I am going to do a planet video here also and speak to you guys on how I'm going to handle the next month as far as keeping contact. But I am not going anywhere. Okay? I will be available through Messenger, through Facebook. If you have not friended me on Facebook, I suggest you do if you want to know the truth. It is Darryl, D-A-R-R-Y-L, Lynn, L-Y-N-N, Johnson. Shoot me a friend request. I'll be available to you through Messenger to answer your questions through Facebook. But right now I'm behind, so don't look at any quick answers real quick, because I've been wanting to get these videos out of the way. I saw it coming a few weeks ago. I saw it when I came out of the hospital. I tried to catch up, but I can't, because again, the reports are changing so quickly that I can't come to you with one day with a report and then the next day with a report that totally contradicts the report that I did the previous day. That's just ignorance. And the definition of insanity is repeating the same behavior over and over again, expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. And I'm hoping I'm not insane. So I'm praying. So bless all of you, and bless you new subs. Thank you for coming. Thanks to the people around the world. I'm sorry, I've got a couple people in the UK mixed up. I want to say your names, but one of you I'm talking to through WhatsApp, I think I totally confused you. I'm talking to so many people. I'm waking up to 100 comments, 50 questions on Facebook, and then another 50 questions on YouTube. One person alone, I can't keep up with that. I can't, and I don't have the strength to. And again, with the disinformation, what am I going to tell you for answers right now until I regain balance and true perspective? So again, it's a must. It has to happen. And it's for the betterment of our platform. The platform of the 144s, where we search for truth, where we don't buy bullshit. And we see what they're doing. Okay? God bless you all. And I love you guys very much. And as I promised, I won't stay around till whatever happens when the stars fall. I promised, and I keep my promises. And I always will. Okay? But again, get out there and help each other. This was never about us. Work to calm people. Calm them down. Calm them down. I think it's our mission right now. Calm these people down. Otherwise, this is going to go sideways. So work for unity. Work for these people to, show them reports that don't match up. Okay, do that type of awakening. See, it doesn't match. Do that. Okay? But don't push this any further. Do not breathe any more life into it. Okay? Because as everything else, it's part of their plan, and it's part of the UN 2030 Sustainability Act. Has anybody taken the time to read that yet? If you haven't, I suggest you do, because that's what's going on. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Remember, tomorrow is the Sabbath. As for his words, right? So we should go ahead and go along with that one. And meditate. Your answers will come through meditation, silence, and pushing out all exterior realities that are being impressed upon us right now, and searching within and rising to the collective to find your answers. Because the guy sitting next to you does not have the answers. The mainstream media does not have the answers. None of them have the answers unless you search them out. But let's make our main goal right now trying to calm down this nation, trying to calm down our friends. Okay? Let's go with that right now. Okay? And I love you guys very much. Have a great day. Most importantly, ride the wind. And I hope you like the new hat, because I'm going Indiana Jones Temple of Doom mode. Anyway, and I should have some music up here pretty quick. I've got some songs that almost got completed and I really want you guys to hear. But definitely I'll be putting those up while I'm out. So anyway, I love you. You guys have a great day. Have a happy Friday. Get out there and do something.